the way I carry myself nowadays and all. Well, to be honest with you, I had the best life that any parent would offer their child, you know. I went to the best schools. Went around the world. I've been around the world by virtue of my parents' hard work and their jobs. So I'm a learned person, you know, and when it comes to knowledge, and I'll talk about wisdom as well.
Yeah.
You know, wisdom is like an implication. When you apply that law, that knowledge that you have, you can be knowledgeable. You can know that a tire spins because it's round. But if it's flat, obviously it won't rotate or spin. But being wise is knowing, like, I'll change my tire before it gets flat, and I have to learn the hard way. So because I am knowledgeable, over time, you know, people have gotten this impression that I was just some guy who was, you know, lost his way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably because of choices I made in the past that weren't the wisest choices. But they say you learn from your mistakes. What doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. So not to take you off track, but I grew up well. I did my primary and elementary in the United States, moved to Zambia, back to Zambia, which is the motherland, and I went to the best schools. I'm talking about Rhodes Park School, Great North Road Academy, you know, and yeah, my father and mother always pushed me to just get the right education and do something with that.
So how old were you when you went to the United States?
Well, that was somewhere in 2000, so I'm talking about like
5 years old.
Yeah.
And when you came back?
I came back in 2006, somewhere there.
Oh, okay.
So I was probably about... Are you trying to find out how old I am?
Well, I mean, you're already
11, man. I was 11.
So
yeah.
you came, yeah, you were 11.
So like I said, I did my elementary and
Yeah,
primary
yeah,
in the
okay.
United States.
All right.
Yeah.
Then you went to Rhodes Park School.
Rhodes Park School. I did my junior primary, higher primary.
Yeah.
You know, or what they call secondary, is it? Something like that.
Yeah, and actually, I know people who at Rhodes Park School who have confirmed that they knew you from there. So, and then of course, when people see you, they say, okay, this colored guy, but then you're Mulwanda, so meaning your father is Mulwanda.
Yes.
So is your mom colored, white, or white?
Well, they're both late, so may their souls rest in peace.
Oh,
so my father was indigenous Zambian, if I should say. He's Zambian by origin.
Yeah.
You know, and my mother was Greek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was from Europe and Greece. So because of that, I am light in complexion, or I look the way I look. But yeah, I'm proudly Zambian, you know, because I take up from my father and his name. So I'm as Zambian as it gets. Yeah. You know.
But you were born here anyway, so.
I was born and bred in Zambia.
Okay. In Lusaka?
In Lusaka in particular.
So, but have you been to Greece?
No, but I have been as far as China, because that's like Asia and Europe.
Yeah,
you know, yeah. So that's the closest I've been to Greece.
But are you still in touch with like your?
Yes,
both sides of the family?
yeah. Actually, most of my mother's relatives are in the eastern coast of Africa.
Okay.
Yes, because you know they settled there, and I'm very close to my father's side as well. Both my parents were very, very, like, keen on making me know all my relatives. So I try my best also with my own characteristics to get along with everybody. Yeah. But we do talk. We do keep in touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you did mention that your parents did everything they could to, I mean, give you the life that you can, and you made your own personal decisions. So at what point did you make maybe certain decisions that you feel maybe changed course in your life?
Well, that's a good question. I'll be honest with you, and frankly speaking, I just used to be found around the wrong people, you know. And the story is out there. I had some run-ins with the law, but I'm a free man today because I didn't do it. I was just framed, you know. So because of that, the system has a way in which it can alter someone's mind, especially me. I went in when I was young, but thank God I came out quickly, and I live to tell the story, you know. Because of these cognitive behaviors we human beings tend to adopt from certain environments, it alters the way you think, you know. So you start to see the world from a different perspective. And it took me a realization to say that this is not really the way life is supposed to be lived. It's like if you feel like you lost some years, you know, you might want to try and catch up with that. So I'll give an example. You know, and I don't mean any offense to any fan of Michael Jackson, but we have this example of people like Michael Jackson. You know, he was deprived of childhood, and as he grew older, he found himself around children. You know what I mean? So it's because of this loss that you try and make up for. And because I was with the wrong people initially, and then I lost some years of my life, you know, but it was a learning experience. As much as I say I lost them, I mean, I could have done a lot of stuff out of that time. I learned from it, but it still altered me. And it took a certain type of realization for me to say, like, I'm this type of person. I was raised in this type of way, so I might as well have and make use of what I have to its full potential. You know what I mean? It's one thing to speak English, but it's another thing to be able to apply it. You know, like, what's the importance of someone who can speak English? I can speak English, but just as well as good as I can translate Chinese. So if I work with a Chinese person, my English becomes relevant. You know what I mean? I can understand the Chinese and convey the message to the people he's trying to convey the message to. And that way I can relay it. So, yeah.
You brought up something interesting. You say, I mean, social